Okay, guys, so I want to talk briefly about the Kardashians. I think I will expound on this discussion another day, but I feel prompted to just say this. Um, I think I've mentioned on several occasions that death is indeed transformation. Yeah, it is transformation. It's transformative. But sex is a form of death. That's what I meant to say. Oh, sex, which means sex is too transformative. Having sex with somebody can transform your life, whether in a negative way or a positive way, a beautiful way or a devastating way. And if you know, this is blatantly apparent before us. It's before us. But I guess, like I've said on several occasions, it's only apparent to you who wants to see the truth. Okay, it's really windy where I'm at right now, and so you guys might hear things going up and shit. But yeah, as I was saying, you will see what you're ready to see and what you're open to receive, which is, being ready to see something. A lot of people, they say that they're subconsciously conscious. They say that, they're this, they're that, they're star seeds, they're, conscious folks, they're woke. And, just the way in which they move tells you that, hey, they're not fucking conscious. I mean, then again, yeah, might be conscious, but conscious of what? Awoke to what, So, let's talk about sex. I mean, like, you see a lot of these celebrities, they're hoes for sure, right? And they talk about being conscious and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is conscious about you and your sex life? You feel what I'm trying to say? Well, I've had several lovers. Yeah, I got quite a good number of exes, but I'm gonna say definitely it was never my intention for it to be that way. If people are loyal like me, there would have been way less, but I'm not, it is what it is. Okay, because like I'm not gonna accept what I'm not gonna accept, period, dot. Okay, now in that sense, if I'm a hoe, well, fine, but I'm a uphold my standards. I'm a live the life that I want to fucking live, and I'm not gonna accept less than. I'm not gonna accept mediocre. What is mediocre to me? Okay. Of course, the hoes will say the same fucking thing, but hoes no. Anyway, so we see where in which they just I just want you guys to I'm not really good at remembering certain things, but certain other things I'm quite good at, especially where transformation is concerned. I'm very sensitive to changes and transformation. I never forget a good change. And when I think back on the Kardashians and the relationships they've had, and I've even seen people posted about this, but hey, this is not me copying because this is shit that I've been saying for the longest motherfucking while on so many different, social media platforms, on several, accounts that I hold or possess from on these, varying social media platforms. This is something that I regurgitate. I say, I digest, I consume, I digest, and I bring it up again over and over again. And in all the time, it's in a clearer, more precise, intense manner. Now, when we think about but what, I disagreed with the person whose video I was watching recently. I think me being led to that video was like Spirit saying, bitch, it's time to talk about this. You've noticed this for a long time. There's so many things that I notice, even things that I know now that I'm, currently, observing. And I'm not going to say shit until Spirit leads me or bids me to say shit about shit. Anyways, so this is something that I've noticed for a while. What I disagree with the person though, was when they said that, they come from a line of witches, and a witch, an ancestral witch of theirs cursed the men in their family. Okay? Right? Not completely taken away from that to say it's not completely true, but it is not completely true. No, I'm not saying it is not somewhat true, but it is not completely true. The Kardashian Jenners, not just the Kardashians. Let me clarify that. It's not just the Kardashians. There is a karma that is attached. And usually in every family, there's a black sheep, good or bad. If it's a fucked up lot, then there's a good black sheep. If it is a good lot, there's a bad black sheep. Okay? But there's always a fucking black sheep. We can say the Kardashians, they're a fucked up lot, but there is a good black sheep. And the funny thing is, who the good black sheep is, a lot of people won't want to accept who this good black sheep is. And no, it is not Robert Kardashian. It is Kendall Jenner, believe it or fucking not. Okay? Yeah, there's something about the second to last kids that's just, randomly came to my, spirit. Something about the second to last kids, not the last, not the first. The second to last. That could be the middle kid, that could be the third kid, that could be the fourth kid, but it's the second to last kid. Okay? Yeah. But wow, I just received a random I just received a confirmation to something. Now, there's something, like I said, it's pretty so true. There's something about the second to last kid. That second to last kid is either the good black sheep or the bad black motherfucking sheep. Okay? Okay. So, no shade. It's for real. Touche. Okay. I'm going crazy now. Okay. I'm calm. But, when you feel something is right and it turns out you start doing the logical reasoning of it, and you realize it is logically correct as you intuitively sense. That's how I fucking feel right now, because spirit started to lead me back to certain instances where I met a bad fucking black sheep, and it was like, oh, bad fucking black sheep. Oh, damn. And let me tell you something. You gotta be careful when you're a good black sheep, because bad black sheeps are attracted to your motherfucking glorious light. Okay? Before I go off track, because this is some deep motherfucking shit that I'm touching on here, let me finish, about the Kardashian Jenners. There is a curse upon that family. Okay? And these women, when they have sex with men, they transfer their bad karma, their bad karmic debt. Now, you see, it happens when you have sex with people, but you know what seals the bond? Marriage. And that's why people got to be really careful of who they marry. Okay? Because a marriage is what? It is a contract. It is a binding contract. And when you bound yourself to somebody, you are agreeing to share in their woes and their rewards. You are agreeing to pay in their debts and to benefit from the rewards. Okay, what is theirs is yours, and what's yours is theirs. And what usually happens is, if you got good karma, but chances are, if you have good karma, even if you are thrown in a situation like that, which most of the time is sex magic or black magic that would lead someone with good karmic depth into a situation like that, and heavy manipulation, it's not going to last forever, because the good karmic depth that you are owed will free you from that. But the point that I'm trying to make is, your good, for the time being, your good karma transfers to them, and their bad karma transfers to you. And the thing is, they cannot stay with a man forever. It doesn't matter how connected they are with them, because once they drain them of, you know, good karmic energy, they have to move on to somebody else. Now they're what you call a real fucking life energy vampires. Okay, they gotta keep changing their victims. Okay, to keep the wire alive. Okay, to keep the wire alive, they gotta keep changing them to keep the wire alive. Okay, so yeah, so you notice all the men that they've been with, their lives turn out so fucking shitty after it ends, and they demonize these men also. Let's not forget that. Okay, these men, when they got with these men, they were like, for some of them, at the apex of their careers or their lives, right? They were receiving some attention before these women started to date them, and that's some real life energy vampire shit, because that's what pulls them to these men, the attention that they were receiving. Okay, and then they just dwindled these men down to nothing. There was Chris Humphrey. Let before Chris Humphrey, let's talk about Ray motherfucking J. Ray J, who seemed so promising, turned out, people started to seem like a low life motherfucking shit. When all the time it was Kim Kardashian and her mother who had released the sex tape. But people started, seeing Ray J as a motherfucking piece of shit. And the thing is that, they, their favorite baits? Black men. Because black men are the most gullible. The most gullible when they're dealing with women who are not black women, non-black women. It's like when these black men, they see women who are not black, they lose their goddamn motherfucking minds. And that's why I don't feel any way for these ninjas. Most of these men, if they're not full on black men, they're biracially mixed with black. Because I don't know, there's this thing in, I don't know if it's melanin in black men that makes them stupid as fuck. I'm just saying, for the majority, and it's gotta be an angel's hand upon the ones who are not fucking stupid. It's just what I've observed. They're not the brightest when it comes to women who are non-black women. And then you got Chris Humphrey. Like, it was like this ninja was, a big upcoming, basketball player. But was that what he was? I can't really remember. But it's like who the fuck is Chris Humphrey again? Nobody. And then it's just like, he's dead. But that's sex, Scorpio frequency, and Scorpio rules death and transformation. But it also rules sex. If you know what I'm trying to say. So sex can literally fucking kill you. But it can also resuscitate you. And these women, they have this death-like fucked up energy, and there's this curse, this bad karma on them, and they're constantly, like I said, changing their victims to resuscitate them, because they drain these men of their energies until they're so low that they become useless to them. Then you got Travis Scott, you got Scott Disick, whatever his fucking name is, Kanye. He was on a downward spiral, but you gotta admit that he was up there, when he just met Kim Kardashian, before he got entangled with her. I mean, because he met her a long time ago, but they were not entangled, and when he just got sexually involved with her, he was up there, but she's an energy vampire. The whole family is. And over time, they drained him. That's what happened to, what's that guy's name? The Jenner's father. The hell is his name? Who's that transvestite woman now? Whatever the fuck his name is, I can't remember that Renner dude. They drain men. They drain the masculine energy of their power, their strength, and that's why also the brother is, it's just he is so effeminate. And I'm gonna talk about him in a different video because Spirit wants me to wait. Spirit wants to give me further information where he's concerned. But for the time being, Robert, he is. Let me just tell you, Chris, she's in some heavy black magic, and there's something. She does got something to do with her. I think first husband's death. Okay, as maybe natural as it might have seemed, or might have seemed, but yeah, and I feel like that too kind of added to the bad karma or caused the bad karma to spiral out of control. Yeah, and there's also something about Nicole. There's something about O.J. Simpson too, and Nicole Simpson. Yeah, but I'm not going to touch on that either because there's some. I've always sensed some involvement from Chris, from Chris Jenner's, part. And thinking about it, I really feel like, she had something to do with Nicole Simpson's death. Okay, all right. So I always tell myself I need to trust my intuition more, and still I find myself doubting my intuition. I really think Kris Jenner had something to do with Nicole Simpson's death. Okay, whether she knew who killed her or she was involved who killed her, or I feel like she was involved with OJ in a sense. Yeah, because there was this fascination with black men from the get-go, because like you said, black men are the most gullible, especially when it comes to non-black women. So there's a curse on the family, and it is transferred, right? They're not supposed to be living lavish lives. I'm gonna tell you that. And they project themselves as though they are this hardworking bunch or clique, but they're not. Okay, remember I've been saying the other day that a lot of these celebrities who you think are, so inspiring and hardworking, they're not, because they buy people's genius and creative ideas, and because they have a little money, they add to that. They invest in them ideas and take them as their own. Yeah, this is these are another bunch who are like so. What else did I want to say? Yeah, so any man who has sex with them, their life just spirals out of control. There are other men too, Lamar Odom. There are other guys, but I can say for a fact, the guys who Kendall have been with, that shit never happened, to them. And that's why that's how you gotta observe, because pretty much all of the other women in the family, the men they were with, just went on a downward spiral, but not with Kendall. The men who she got involved with, I feel like she added to them in some way. Let's look at ASAP Rocky. People are like, okay, he liked Rihanna from a long time, but let me just tell you this. I think that Rihanna got involved with ASAP Rocky along with another ex of Kendall Jenner, because she has been low-key stalking Kendall, and she is jealous of Kendall. I said this before. I said this also, that if I don't like a chick, I would never date a guy who she's dated. Because a part of her energy is with him, will always be with him. And that's just something that was just you and Yaki to me. It's so strange how people say that Rihanna does not like Kendall Jenner, and yet she's dated 2 of Kendall Jenner's exes after Kendall Jenner dated these guys. There's A$AP Rocky, and there's another guy, I don't remember his name. Okay? And she dated these guys afterwards. Rihanna never looked down these guys' era or their street. Rihanna was more into guys who were musicians, more into the Chris Brown type kind of guy, or the guy who was involved in sport. Let me just tell you, first and foremost, Rihanna, and let me show you how Karma is a bitch, she's my bitch. Rihanna, what I always said is, women who were sugar babies always eventually become sugar mamas. And it is karma. It is karmically meant to happen. That's their karmic debts, right? Cannot escape it. Doesn't matter how they try to escape it. Spirit will trap them in some way, somehow, some way, some shape, or form, for them to have to pay that karmic debt. Okay? And that's why shit got really shitty for her. For her to, be in the situation that she's in now. Okay, so, they said the baby isn't A$AP's baby, okay? There's somebody else she was fooling around with. I already talked about that, a married person. That person didn't want a future with her. That person just, wanted sex and attention from her, okay? The drama. Okay, so she decides to, because A$AP was there to make that person jealous, as well as to make Kendall jealous, because he's Kendall's ex. I'm going to just tell you the honest truth. He looked so much better with Kendall. He looked happier. He looked more in control. I don't know. I do know. I think it is really because it doesn't matter how you want to take it. When you are a woman who makes more than a man, it's like he always feels inferior to you. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter how you may try to act soft or to, try to push him in front to lead. He is gonna always feel inferior. He's gonna always feel not man enough for you because you make more money than he does. Okay? And that's why it's good to, make your money and shit, but don't try as a woman who wants a masculine man don't try to outdo the man. Now, this is not me being misogynistic. It's not. But, women always want to be treated like princesses, blah, blah, blah. Yet, women are fighting to be their own men. And it's okay when you can provide for yourself. But when you are out doing the man, I feel like I sound a bit fucking misogynistic, but I am really not trying to come off as that. Let me try to rephrase what I'm trying to say. Okay, so women, it is not sexy. Let me just say this. Men say they want independent women. They don't really want independent women. That's a lie. They say that to the women who they want to use. Now, men, they will always have 2 women, whether you want to fucking accept it or not. For some of them, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? The woman who they really authentically love, who they're in love with, is not the woman who makes the most money. That is a psychology trick that they play on women. Okay? The one who the man truly and authentically loves is the one who seems most vulnerable, who is that fairy tale princess who wants him to rescue her. Now, the woman who makes the most money, he sees her as is sugar mama, his mama. He's not in love with her. He might love her because she can finance him and the woman who he authentically loves, but he is not in love with her. Now you have women who are confused. They allow these men to trick them into say, okay, becoming billionaires. And they think that is gonna win them the favor amongst, women. But men do not admire this in women. Actually, being filthy rich is a masculine quality and trait. And a woman who has a masculine managerial quality or trait, a man resonates to his mother. Resonates with as his mother. Okay? That's the manager of the home. Okay, I want you guys to get what I'm trying to fucking say, because a lot of women have this shit twisted. They compete against each other to make this amount of money, that amount of money, and at the end of the day, they spend money on these men, they spoil them, and these men still leave them for a woman who make way fucking less than they do. And these men wife up these women, they have children with these women, they stick with these women. These are the women they spend the rest of their lives with, because these women make them feel masculine. And you may say that is fucked up, but you cannot change a goat from being a motherfucking goat to a sheep. That is frequency and energy. That is astrology. That is a fact. The male is the Aries, Mars ruled. Okay? They love to be in control. They love to take charge. Okay, the woman is Venusian, Venus ruled, Libra and Taurus. Now, I will say more Libra, but okay, or well, Libra and Taurus. I'm not going to say more Libra and Taurus, okay, because Taurus is an earth sign, which is feminine. Libra is still kind of masculine because that's an air sign, and air and fire are masculine, water and earth are feminine, okay. But you have some of these water sign women who their moon placement is in a masculine energy, okay. So you gotta know who you're dealing with. But yeah, that's how men are fucking made. Men are from Mars. Didn't you hear that? Women are from Venus. The woman is a subtle energy. Okay, the man is that aggressive energy, that no, let me not say aggressive. I retract that. The assertive energy. They like to lead. They like to be the ones taking actions, making decisions. Yeah, you can influence their decisions, but they still like to be the ones who make those decisions, whether it is influenced by you. But they still want to be the ones who make those decisions, okay? So a lot of women, they get it fucking twisted, okay? So she was with, I found it funny how people said that she's copying Rihanna or she wants to be like Rihanna. I'm like, hello, I've never seen Kendall Jenner date anyone who Rihanna has ever dated. Ever. None of those guys. She's never dated any of those guys. But I do see where Rihanna has dated 2 of Kendall Jenner's exes after they became Kendall Jenner's exes. And so, what kind of fucking illusion does Rihanna have, a lot of you nincompoops under? Okay? Out of fucking no. But I thank spirit that I'm free from illusions. Nothing can deceive me or manipulate me. That's for fucking show. And I'm grateful for that quality. So, it's a bitch. It's a bitchy ass fucking situation. Oh, I didn't expect to speak this long, but, I'm just saying. But like I said, Kendall Jenner is like that good black sheep because, hey, she made Rihanna want to be with ASAP Rocky. So I'm gonna say she, not saying that Rihanna is creme de la crop. I'm not saying that at all, because that's not the case. Okay, but she is allegedly a billionaire. Oh, I did a reading today. I forgot to mention it in the reading, but I guess that part of the message was for me, that people are going to soon discover what somebody did or has been doing to get so wealthy. And the moment I said this, I said what I said prior to this, I remember the reading today. So that must be an omen. But, it made Rihanna want him. Rihanna is allegedly a billionaire. However she got there, she's like his sugar mama. Because I know he ain't the one spending. You feel what I mean? Okay? So he found him a bitch who's spending on him like she's his mama. Okay? Which, she is his mama in this case. She was a sugar baby. Now she's a sugar mama. Okay? She's a few months older than him, She does look older than him. She is older than him. And is allegedly wealthier than he is. So, they're no surprise. Like, oh, honey, I can't believe you bought this for me. Which, don't be surprised if you see some shit like that in the media, that he buys her an helicopter or an island. Like, damn, bitch, you really watching. You really listening. You fucking listening. Damn. You couldn't just do something without me saying shit, or you guys can do something without, before me saying it, But it's like, where's the element of surprise? Like, honey, you bought me an island? Oh my God. Oh, where the fuck is that element of surprise? Unless she's the one buying the island for him. Damn. But, it's like a weird ass relationship. She's like the man. It's like she's bigger and taller and fatter than he is. And he's like so puny and skinny. He's like the bitch. Which some people, they like relationships like those. But I always tell people I'm unconventional, but I'm also conventional. I'm just a very balanced person. I love certain aspects of tradition. And, certain aspects that are just really unnecessary, I don't give two fucks about. But I'm very traditional. But also very untraditional. I like when, I'm not anti-LGBTQ, but I would never be a lesbian. I'm not against people who are, but I just, like, I would be friends with a lesbian, but I don't ever see myself being a lesbian. And that's how you really heterosexual for true, because a lot of people, they're like, oh, I would never be friends with a lesbian. And at the core, bitch is a lesbian as fuck. Or you hear some of these men, boom, bye, bye, up, be man, Ed, and all them shit, And at the end of the day, at their core, they're fucking homo men, Like, damn, you hating on your fucking self, But, like, for me to just really be comfortable with other people making their own decisions in terms of who they want to be with sexually, and not allowing society to dictate that for them, and me not, falling into, that what people think is a motherfucking new trend, it just speaks volumes that I really know who I am at the core and what I want to fucking do. Like, I don't see myself eating pom pom for the rest of my life. I don't see myself doing that. I am a feminine woman, and I have more feminine energies in my natal chart, so that explains it. And I want to be with a masculine energy, someone who's just like, so Mars-like and protective and assertive and stuff like that. So I don't even see myself with a lesbian instead. No, I want to be with an old-fashioned traditional man. Some people, they don't want that, and that's cool. But I fucking want that, And there are men like that, there are men who want shit like that. You feel what I'm trying to say? Yeah. But anyways, that's that. with this recording. Namaste, guys. Mwah.